A Saw tier list, because why not? The first Saw has editing like this. And acting like this. But it's really charming, even though people are being tortured to death. The plot is fine, and the main trap is iconic. Plus, it has one of the best endings of all time.
Game over!
A tier. Saw 2 took the first and said let's make it bigger and badder. With more gore and more crazy plot twists. The house is one of the best trap plots in the series. And there is a lovely amount of John and Amanda. Everything from the first is improved upon. And it elevates the series to a whole new level. S tier. Saw 3 does the unthinkable. Makes a character fighting for his life to save his family. The most unlikable character in the franchise. Slow-ass motherfucking Jeff. Who absolutely butchers the pace of the film with his slow shuffling, resulting in a lot of death. Jigsaw on his deathbed makes for a fun plot. The plot twist is fine. But it does result in both Amanda and John dying. B tier. Saw 4 is when the series starts dipping into becoming a soap opera, with plenty of flashbacks and scenes that will make sense in the sequels.
The games have just begun.
The stakes are high in the trap plot as Detective Riggs sets out to save the day. The kills are brutal. And the plot twist gives birth to the best Jigsaw Detective Hoffman.
Game over.
B tier. Saw 5 ties up all the loose ends of 4, as Hoffman goes head-to-head with Agent Strom. The trap plot is super fun, as it involves a big group full of idiots dying in gruesome ways because they don't understand the concept of teamwork. The police storyline is also good, as there is a constant cat-and-mouse chase, resulting in a badass conclusion of Hoffman getting the one-up on Strom. Maybe controversial, but Saw 5. A tier. Saw 6 is absolutely bonkers, with the plot expanding the lore from the previous films and raising the stakes with Hoffman and Jill, John's wife. The traps are iconic, featuring the popular shotgun carousel, whilst also shining light on the flaws of the healthcare system.
Or will you dispense the same death sentence he issued your husband?
The film is gory and dramatic, and has one of my favorite endings in the series, with Hoffman surviving the reverse bear trap. A tier. Saw 3D starts with the worst trap in the series, which sets the tone for the entire film.
I think we're breaking up with you, Tina!
Hoffman is a shell of what he was, becoming a goofy killing machine.
Game over.
The trap plot with the fake Jigsaw survivor is fine, until his innocent wife is burnt to death. And the plot twist feels cheap and forced with Dr. Gordon returning, revealing he has been Jigsaw's apprentice since he survived the first film. Underwhelming, as he was only reintroduced in this installment.
Game over.
D tier. Jigsaw felt like a spit in the face when it didn't continue the continuity of the previous films, as I wanted to see what became of my boy Hoffman. The trap plot is fine, but features stupid humor like this.
No, it's not creepy at all.
And the plot twist makes absolutely no sense, with the random detective apparently being the original Jigsaw apprentice. Silly and underwhelming after 7 years of waiting.
I speak for the dead.
D tier. Spiral features jump scares like this, and humor like this.
You can ride a lot of dick before dusk.
The traps are forgettable, and with no real trap plot, the viewer is left with only the police plot. Spoiler alert, it's boring as hell.
I just found out Pilates doesn't even exist.
The twist is again forced and uninspired.
Disloyal piece of shit.
Plus, painfully obvious. I do, however, really like the cinematography in some parts. D tier. Saw 10 fills me with hope, and I'm tired of being negative towards one of my favorite series.
I don't understand, that's how you like me!
Sure, it's a prequel, which breaks my heart, but the trailer has a lot of fun-looking traps, and more John and Amanda is always a win. Hopefully it fleshes out some of the underwhelming plot twists from previous installments, ergo Dr. Gordon, but I have high hopes for it. B tier.